What is going on, everybody? We've got JT here, we've got David over at Crypto for Change, and we've got C Will over at the Passive Income Network. This is the next block. Welcome, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Doing
What's
good now
good?
that my internet is good and not kicking me out. So I get to have some fun with you guys today.
What's good?
Fantastic.
Happy to
Hell
have
yeah,
you
no,
back.
for sure. Hopefully, we don't run into any more issues, but we tested it out earlier, so I think we are good. How's everyone doing in the audience? Hit us up in the chat if you have anything to discuss with us, any questions you have for us. We've got a pretty exciting show for you today, but yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for joining. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on all the channels, and let's get at it.
JT in his hosting bag right now. I can see.
Oh yeah, dude. I've had so much going on today, honestly, too. So I'm just kind of scrambling. Honestly, I had two meetings earlier. Then I had to, deconstruct the whole room because I had the green screen behind me and whatnot. And now we're here. Now we're live. And what's going on, Deshaun? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for always tuning in.
What's good, Deshaun?
Should we go right into it and just start announcing our logo winners?
Yeah, let's go ahead and show.
Let's wait a little bit. Let's give it 5 minutes for a little more people to come in. Honestly.
Yeah,
perfect. No, that sounds good. Let's start off with a little bit of market sentiment then. How's everyone doing out there? Everything, I think algo last time I checked was around 35 cents or something like that.
34, 35.
Everything's kind of holding strong. I'm a little bit worried leading into the next rate hikes, and then the Bureau of Economic Analysis, their GDP report that comes in the day after rate hikes, which will or will not confirm whether we're in a recession. So that could spook the market if it does confirm that we're in a recession. Although, I mean, for anybody that is following along with those types of indicators, it's a lagging indicator. You need 2 quarters of negative GDP growth to be in a recession. So essentially, this data will really mark like the 6-month mark of a recession. It won't mark the day one of a recession, but it might spook the market. So certainly something to watch out for.
Yeah, I feel like with so much of the Tesla stuff, with Tesla selling 75%, which we just discussed that a little bit before the show, and that was just to kind of help out their balance sheets and whatnot, so where to protect the stock. But I feel like there's enough. Really, I feel like there's enough information out there that could send the market both ways, right? We got Bitcoin that, kind of broke out of some resistance, and now it's testing that. And if it continues and if it bounces off of it and goes up, then we could see a relief rally. Bitcoin might go to something like 28K. We could see Algorand go back above 40 cents or something. I still have a few shorts open right at 36 cents, 37 cents. So I am thinking that we are still going to go down. Now we may still pop up, and honestly I may double down on some of my shorts. I know the Recoup was calling me out saying that's risky. Don't follow me if you're not willing to risk a little bit, but that's where I'm at right now with the market. I just feel like there's you got Coinbase stuff coming out with a guy, insider trading and stuff. Like there's so much that I feel, like I said, even on Twitter yesterday, I don't feel like we've had that real capitulation event. Now, some people have said, what about from November until now? Like, I mean, the bear market's here, crypto winter, but I feel like, who was it? I think it was Mr. Wonderful or whatever. He was just saying that Kevin O'Leary paywalls. But Kevin O'Leary was just saying that someone big has to fall. And I don't think, 3 Arrows Capital, that's pretty big. You had Voyager and BlockFi and a lot of these other, things that have gone on. But I still think that there is, maybe one more big piece of the puzzle that we haven't seen fall yet. And that I feel will be true capitulation. But it could come after a relief rally. What do you think, C. Will?
Man, I agree with you on all of that. There's a lot of stuff happening in the global markets right now, especially this Coinbase. A few things happening with Coinbase, their affiliate program, this crypto insider trading. But what I see in the market is what most of us see. And I made a video short on my video the other day, but it's a dead cat bounce. Right. We do all know we're in a down market. As JT just pointed out, we're probably highly likely in a recession. We keep getting interest rate after interest rate hike. Prices are still going up in my local community, and I would assume for everyone else. So I put in a short on Algorand around, I did some at 37 cents and some at 36. And then it dropped down to 32, I think, last night. I closed out some of my short, and that felt good to get a little swing trade. And then what I'm looking for is is shorting the markets and waiting for another like bounce to about 30 cent. Now I'm gonna buy some more algos. That's what I'm seeing. And Bitcoin is moving the same way, and so is Ethereum.
Yeah, no, I mean, I mostly agree. I do have a small short position myself. It seems like the entire next block is short on the market right now. But let's clarify some things. My short position is like 3 to 5% of my portfolio. So I mean, I'm much happier if the market goes up. 95% of my portfolio would be happy if the market goes up. But it's
Yeah.
it's no surprise that we're in some
and
market
I feel like
headwinds. We have been
yeah,
for a while.
Yeah, that's a good thing to point out. It's like even though I have short positions open up, I am way, way more long on
Yeah,
Algorand than
absolutely.
I am
Oh,
short.
God, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Like I have
Yeah,
my
I'm in
moon bag that I will not touch that is in governance. It's going to be earning in governance and in the DeFi. Like I am participating in AlgoFi and Folks Finance. The only one I've not tried out yet is Guard. I didn't move over some for that one this time, but I'm looking to, utilize the bullishness that is, I feel Algorand will have the next bull run. But also it's like we're in, a possible recession. So there is, some more downward pressure that could come. We charted it. I mean, I feel like the last 5 or 6 episodes, Algorand in the downtrend, it could go as low into the low 20s to possibly the teens. I mean, unless we see something real crazy happen. And I feel like why not have a hedge, right? Why not hedge your bet just a little bit? If it goes down, then you make a little bit of algo. I mean, I've already made some of my shorts, and if it rips up and it just takes off, you close it out, and then you just and then we're moon boys, right?
Hey, I'll tell you what I did before the pump, right? Before this last little pump, I borrowed against my my algos and then I got USDC, swapped the USDC out for some P network and some algos. I farmed when it was like at 50 something percent, farmed for 2 weeks. It pumped and then I sold and took a nice profit. Now I'm back to shorting. So I'm definitely making plays like that. It's exciting.
Yeah, I mean it's a trader's market right now. It's hard to
Yep.
know what's going to happen in the short term, but it's certainly choppy waters enough that you could you could play some good trades. But if you're not a good trader, just hold on tight. Don't jump into anything too crazy. And it is of course good to point out that these are just hedges that we're talking about. They're not.
Only hedging.
Even if we might be bearish, I wouldn't be jumping into a 50% or 100% bearish position like that. That's absurd in my opinion.
No,
But
small
uh,
percentages.
That time was long and past. We should have all been starting our
yeah,
shorts
exactly.
Instead,
November.
we were all pumping a high five and saying, $5, here we come.
I
Yeah,
know. Remember Opulus? We thought that was gonna moon, right? I mean, it did. It did. JT.
I got out when it mooned. So I mean, I don't know
should
about
have
you guys.
sold, and I could have bought a nice. I wouldn't have been able to grab a McLaren or whatever Lee Parsons bought, but I definitely could have bought a nice Honda Civic or a brand new Toyota Prius. I mean, hey, I know my Toyota Prius is so old, guys. It stopped counting. Like the mileage is stopped counting. It got to. I guess I hit the max limit. So yeah, definitely should have sold my Opulus for a new car. My wife would have been happy, but I didn't.
Hilarious. All right, giveaway or update?
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So a lot of people that are tuning in know that we were running a giveaway for our logo contest. We're trying to start a new channel for the next block, so we're not coming together with 3 different channels, and we wanted to get a logo going, and we got a lot of really great submissions. So before we show you the winner, hold on, let me see if I can do this. Before we show you the winner, I'm going to pull up a lot of the submissions we have just to show them off because we got a lot of good ones from the community. So I want to show them all off. All right, so we'll start it off. I'll go relatively slow. We can add comments as we go along. Let's see. Let's add this.
I'll comment. I forgot about this one. I do like that one too.
Let's see. Why is this not starting from the beginning?
Yeah, there was some solid submissions. Obviously,
all right, so this one right here is from Cooper Daniels right here. Everyone loves this one. I think this is the next one, right? Shout out to Cooper Daniels on that one. We've got this one right here, which I think is pretty good as well. Let's see if we can move us a little bit over so we're not in the way. Perfect. And let's see. This one is really unique. A lot of colors like this one as well. Next block. Let's just keep it rolling.
Yeah, that one's pretty solid, simple, simplistic.
Yeah, a lot of solid ones, honestly. I really appreciate all the effort that went into it. This one was really interesting. Let's zoom in a little bit.
Yeah.
Some of these I actually didn't see, so I don't know if they were. I just didn't see them on the post, or maybe they were tagged on different posts.
Yeah, I went through today, and actually there were a couple that I was like, oh, I didn't see this. I'm glad I checked again. All right,
Another
let's
person.
see.
Remind me of Fiverr.
This one?
Yeah.
I will say the one thing that was crazy, even Fiverr, when we tried getting them, obviously that's kind of what
Oh, man.
spurred us to go to the Algorand community. The funniest thing was that so many of their logos just gave me old GameCube vibes. Like literally, I felt like we
Oh,
were
yeah.
like recreating the GameCube.
This one's not bad
Absolutely.
either. Pretty
No,
solid.
this one was nice. I like it. I do like this.
3D
I think this one was from the same person, just a
If we were
different
lifting weights,
different
this would have
style.
been
It's a
amazing.
dumbbell
Yeah,
or
for just like a workout channel or something. I like it though. Back to the other one, just a little bit of a different style.
Yep.
Some more rolling right here.
Different.
Let's see. I'll zoom in on this one a little bit. So
Yeah, big shout out to the Algo fam. So many talented people. It's amazing.
they killed it.
Yeah.
You guys
Hey,
killed
there's
it.
our real estate one if we ever need it.
Yep.
if we
The
ever
next
if we
blog,
ever start a real
We'll start a
estate
real estate
next
channel.
blog.
I'll do all the content for
Hey,
that one. Don't
the
worry.
name
Don't
kind
worry,
of
guys.
still jives with it, right? Like we're
Yes.
maybe we start a REIT.
Around the
we're on
block,
the next
yeah, you know,
block, right?
the
That's a good
neighborhood.
one.
Yeah.
In the divide. What's good, fam? In the divide. All right.
This
So
one's
the next
solid. I like
block,
this one.
silver. Okay. Next block. Interesting. Kind of like this one
Yeah.
right here. Damn, it's a lot of submissions.
Right. We got a lot.
Yeah.
All right, that's
Yeah,
it.
you know what? I would another comment.
That's all the
before we release-
submissions. However, the winner, which we didn't show, I actually did give a sneak peek at the beginning. I tried to have it at the
Yeah, show the winner.
at the end, but the beginning that I didn't show is this one right here. Sorry, guys, a little unorganized. And this is our winner. This one we thought was
Hey!
absolutely fantastic. Actually, I
creator's
believe
actually
this
in
is
the
you right
chat.
here.
Yeah.
Yes, awesome.
Yes.
We will be reaching out
Shane,
because
shout out to Wise
there
Shane.
there is a 400 algo reward for this. I am coordinating that with DFly Guy and Michael Jordan, Algo family, because they were generous enough to add algo on top of our reward. So we will be reaching out via DMs. Congratulations on this, but I also want to let everybody know that I'm going to try my best for everybody that made submissions to make sure that everybody gets a little something, because you guys put a lot of hard work into this. And let's see if I can pull this up right here. A good friend of mine, I'm teaming up with a good friend of mine to, let's see, give out some NFTs for everybody that submitted some things to the channel. So we've got NFTs like this, we've got NFTs like this, like this one right here, this one right here, right here,
Deep
and
stuff.
more. There's a couple more than that as well. I just didn't have the time to get the pictures of them, but I will be reaching out to everyone that made submissions and of course the winner, and be handing out these NFTs and the algo that you guys won. So I appreciate everyone that submitted these submitted these logos. You guys really killed it, honestly. It's such a fantastic job.
Also,
Let me
let's
do
go
this
ahead and
comment
have
here.
everybody head on over to
Yeah.
our new Twitter and new YouTube channel, and go ahead and follow us, like and retweet.
Absolutely.
Subscribe to the YouTube that is up and ready and going. So make sure you're over there.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you guys could go follow this Twitter page right now, I'm making a tweet from it right there with the link to the YouTube. Actually, it's a link to the video that's live right now, but I will link later on to the YouTube for this particular page. So if you guys could go subscribe to the Next Block YouTube page, follow the Next Block Twitter page. We will be trying to do all of the live streams from that channel going forward after this live stream. Maybe on the next one, we still might connect these channels, just a couple stragglers in that aren't aware of the information. But going forward, we are going to be streaming on just that one channel. So definitely go find it, give it a subscribe, like us on Twitter, and follow us there for all the information.
Hey, make sure y'all retweet as well. Tag a couple friends so that way we can spread this out so people know that this is happening. It might take them a day or two.
And yes, absolutely. These I'm teaming up with my friend from TerraVault.algo. Let's see, I'll show his page right here. So some of these NFTs are from me, some of them are from him. He was generous enough to hook me up with some of the art that he's been creating. He's a longtime friend of mine. I've been friends with him since, I don't know, probably like 10, 12 years, something like that. But yeah, he's definitely go follow him if you haven't yet too, because I'm trying to get him to be more involved in Twitter and the NFT space. He's not as involved as he should be yet, but he's growing. He's a great artist. Makes really cool physical art too. He's like like jewelry and things like that, wire wraps, all sorts of cool stuff. So definitely check him out.
You know what I like about this contest is that we can share the love with the Algorand community and not some like third parties. you know, and that's always the sweetest thing, is just to keep everything in house. I was talking to Leezy the other night. Shout out to Leezy. He produced a beat that I'm making a song for. But yeah, it's like he said, Algorand local, and it's kind of funny because you know most of us are global around the world, but in the Algo fam, we're local to each other. So I want to keep spreading that love. It's pretty
Yeah.
dope.
I even, you know, the Joker guy who's normally in our chat, he created a Beats thing for me, and I actually use that as my, a Ghetto Blaster. I use that as for my intro to my gaming stream that I started started testing. So, you know, it's definitely worth, you know, using the, you know, the talent we have in the community, and helping each other grow.
It certainly was you. So definitely congrats on winning. And to C-Will's point too, I mean, this is what we were working with before when we hired out on Fiverr. And we weren't really pleased with any of them, to be honest. I mean, it was just kind of bland. So you guys did a really fantastic job. I really appreciate, you know, to C-Will's point, we'd much rather give this money or even more money to the Algo community than, you know, some Fiverr artist that really just put like 2 minutes into it and you know, didn't we wanted. So we really appreciate him that participated. This was, you know, fantastic, honestly.
Yeah.
So David,
my wife
we got to
one of those. Say again.
Do we got the giveaway or no?
Yeah, I mean, we could send it now, or I can reach out afterwards. The giveaway is 400 Algo for that.
Oh, not that one. That's the contest. We're talking about.
Okay. We're talking about. Okay, we do have a part two to some giveaways. All right. So contest winners and contest submitters, I will be reaching out after this live stream. Let's move on to another giveaway, actually.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and head this one up. So right now, Algo fam, anyone who's watching the stream, obviously, one of the projects that, you know, I've covered, I think some of us have covered in other videos as well, is Zone, right? Zone is right now doing they're still test net, but they are looking to launch their main net coming up within, you know, I don't know if it's a couple of days or a couple of weeks. I just know it's coming. And so, you know, right now they have their hyper casual games that are out that you can play. So we're actually going to be doing 100 Algo giveaway live on the stream. And all you have to do to win that 100 Algo is you have to be the first person to go onto Zone's testnet game. So it isn't in testnet. So if you're using your Algo wallet, you make sure you go to the node settings and switch it to testnet. You have to play the Hoopstar game, and you got to get a score of over 200. So the first one to get a score of over 200 will win that 100 Algo. And all you need to do to show you got it is post your winning score on our new Twitter. So you would just go to the Next Blocks Twitter page, post the proof that you have the score 200 or more, and then we will give out that 100 Algo to help support Zone as they're growing, and also bring awareness to their hyper casual games, like I said, that right now on testnet, but will be launching on mainnet soon. And they have other games that are fun to play, and I've tried them all out. I actually have got some pretty good scores. I think my highest in the Hoopstar is like 400 and something. So I think 430 something. And it ain't because I missed. It's only because it timed out. I mean, I could go. I'm a baller, right? So
yeah, you should have just said your score was 420 and left it there.
I should have actually. But we will be
no,
honored.
that's great.
So, you know, make sure you post that submission over on our new Twitter, and just do a screenshot of your score. And like I said, that's 100 Algo. So go play.
Yes,
absolutely.
Let's get it.
And for, you know, just for the second time, the new Twitter is the Next Block 3, and unfortunately we couldn't get just the Next Block for like when you do the Next Block, because there's two other people that have the name for some reason, but they're not actually running anything. It's just a name that they have for some reason. So maybe maybe one
I can use it.
Yeah, maybe one day we could buy it off them, but it honestly kind of works because there's 3 of us. The Next Block 3, you know, it works out. So, you know, hit us up at the Next Block 3 with your submissions, and you could win some Zone tokens. Awesome. Now that that's out of the way, should we move on to any sort of news that we're seeing in the space? Do we want to talk about the recent AlgoFi news? I know we brought up Coinbase earlier. Awesome.
Yep, let's do that.
Awesome. So Coinbase had mentioned, AlgoFi had mentioned earlier, right before we went live, that they're partnering with Coinbase to do like a Coinbase Pay, so you can basically buy Algo straight from AlgoFi. Let's see if I can find the post. Perfect, right here, and let's bring it up on screen. AlgoFi is excited to announce the integration of Coinbase Pay. Now users can purchase and transfer Algo from Coinbase directly from our app, and you can learn more here at docs.algofi.org. And yeah, it's a fantastic development. It just kind of means Algo and AlgoFi and all the dApps in the ecosystem are on Coinbase's radar. I think this is a great step for the ecosystem. Personally, I mean, I don't think it'll make too much of a big difference in the way I use it. I don't know if I'll buy algo from AlgoFi's Coinbase or from Coinbase or from another exchange, but I do think this overall helps adoption and helps really get Algorand's name out there more. So, what do you guys think?
Yeah. So what I see and what I'm excited about, obviously, is, one, it makes it easy, right? It takes a few steps for me. If I'm buying Algo on Coinbase and I'm sending it to my wallet, I'm probably going to be throwing it on AlgoFi anyway. I mean, yes, I may put it on Folks Finance, but for the majority, I use AlgoFi and I like it. But what I'm excited about is, AlgoFi has announced that, I'm pretty sure that their bank token, right, they're going to be dropping that to users of the platform, right? So the people who have been using the AlgoFi, since the inception, are going to be getting that bank token. And obviously this is, do your own research. This isn't investment advice, but having this partnership already being laid with Coinbase, I think is bullish, because imagine, once ASAs really start getting listed on Coinbase, right? This could mean that AlgoFi's bank token could be one of the first ones. I'm not going to say it's going to be the biggest. I know there's other things like Yieldly and Opulus that, have a ERC20, or other followings out there. But I do think that that could be big once they launch the bank token. If it gets listed on Coinbase, that could be exposure. And I'm just bullish on AlgoFi. I think this is obviously positive news. And it gets the more people, more eyes on AlgoFi, which I think is one of the best DeFi platforms in the Algorand ecosystem, not just because of, the unlocking governance and just the ease of using it, but the user interface is very simplistic, which I enjoy. Whereas that's where I feel like Guard and Folks Finance are a little bit more confusing. Guard definitely being the most confusing out of them. But to really have that killer app, you're going to have make it simple and easy for the, normal person to understand. And that's why I like, what AlgoFi brings. So super bullish on the Coinbase news. Sewell, what do you think?
Man, I agree. Simplicity is key. That's how I like to do everything on my channel. Take easy concepts and make it super simple without much, technical data and information, right? So that's why I never really talk about nodes, relay nodes, participation nodes, and all that type of stuff. I just say, hey, it's decentralized. But I think what AlgoFi is doing is they're showing that they're is it John Clark or Mr. Clark, whatever his name, the guy that is the founder.
It is John.
I want to give John. Okay, John Clark. So shout out to them, because what they're doing is they're taking the whole ecosystem and they're giving a big partner. Was no Algorand Foundation like FIFA, but this is huge to have the biggest coin platform partnering with AlgoFi. It shows that they know how to make deals. They're not on Koi Banks or whatever, KuCoin and things of that nature. They went to the top dog. So now I'm interested, as David said, is their bank token going to be on there? Are we going to get Yieldly? Are we going to get some headline eventually? Because the doors are now open, in my opinion. And I want to see, what else they can do. But again, like David, my favorite platform as well, because of the simplicity, is AlgoFi. But my number two, because of the non-simplicity, is Folks Finance, because you can, I like the way they structure their borrowing and lending, where you can collateralize by itself and things of that nature. But overall, big shout out to Mr. Clark and the rest of them out there on AlgoFi.
Absolutely. I think AlgoFi is always pushing the boundaries. They're really the first mover advantage for a lot of things. It's super exciting, but I do want to just emphasize real quick. This is the Next Block YouTube channel. We don't have content out yet. We are going to put all of our videos on to this channel soon. So you'll be able to see all 14 episodes so far on this channel and all the episodes going forward. But I put the link in the live chat. So I want to see at least 10 people, 15 people go there right now and subscribe. If you could do me that favor, that'd be absolutely fantastic. We'd like to run this up so that way that particular channel is just the go-to hub for weekly Algorand information. So do us all a favor, go to the Next Block, and it might be hard to find because there's not too much content out there yet. So it might be too hard to find if you just search it, which is why I put the link in the live chat. Definitely check it out. And we appreciate it, every one of you.
Yeah, make sure y'all retweet, share it with the friends and the fam. Like literally grab the link and then retweet it. Tag me, tag David, tag GT. And then I'll retweet y'all.
And don't forget to go play some Zone real quick, right? 100 Algo right now. You can win 100 Algo on live stream. All you got to do is go play Hoopstar and get a score of 200 or more, and then tag the Next Block. You can tag us as well. And if you're the first one to accomplish that goal, boom, 100 Algo in your wallet.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely. And
Something else. Go
I,
ahead.
you have to be following the Next Block Twitter if you are on Twitter. But obviously, for the people that pay attention to YouTube that aren't on Twitter, we'll find a way. Just get a hold of us if you do play that game, and if you're the winner, we'll send you some algo.
yeah,
For
sent that
sure.
DM. The Devex
So another thing that I kind of want to talk about, which is actually a issue that I brought up, for those of you who don't know, I started, kind of gaming on my stream as well. I want to bring attention to some of the NFT games that are being created. Alchemon was one game, but there are other ones coming up like Fractal Monsters, Play Alloy, or Aloy. I don't know how they say it, but I know Chris Swinner is the one who's creating a lot of that over there. There's tons of cool games, and I'm a gamer at heart. I love playing games, even if it's stuff like Fall Guys, which I stream some of, League of Legends. But one of the things I tweeted out at like 2 a.m. when I was changing a dirty diaper was, as I was looking at some of the games and NFT games, right, that are being built on Algorand. And Algorand is, very cheap compared to some, but I just see this issue with it being very exclusive, right? That you have to get one of these NFTs, you have to be early to really benefit and get it cheap. Or if not, you're going to be the ones paying, 600 algo, 700 algo to get in on the back end. And not just so you can access the game, but you're pretty much paying to access it and then also pay off the early investor for knowing about it or having the in. And so what I just thought it was really interesting that Minecraft, which is a game I've played tons of, came out and said that they are not looking to, incorporate NFTs or any blockchain into their game because of how it's, it kind of kicks people out by having to have this specific NFTs. And also they did mention some other things in that blog post. I don't know if you want to bring it up, JT. I know Algo HQ posted a little bit of what they said. But I do think that's a pretty big, say from a gaming product that is out there that millions of people play and has a very large community. And I even kind of mentioned this. I was like, Alchemon is a game on Algorand that has a fairly low entry as far as price point, but are we really, going to play these games long term if, say the price of algo goes to $20? Is the base Alchemon going to stay at 5 algo, or is it going to go to 10? And then you're paying hundreds of dollars to access the ability to play. I just don't know if that business model will sustain. I feel like from a gamer's perspective that, if you're going to do play to earn, right? It should be something where, you may have a price, right, to buy the NFT to get in. I feel like the price should be low, but then all the other purchases after the fact, right? So upgrades, downloadable content, new areas, new lands, things you can own in the game, I think should be paid for by currency earned in the game. Right. So, but then it does show ownership, right? You get to own it. Like I play League of Legends, I earn blue essence, right? And that blue essence in the game can be spent to buy new characters, sometimes new skins and other things. But at the end of the day, if I buy it, technically I don't own it. It's not going to my wallet or anything like that. But I do think that is still a model that should happen. Whereas most NFT games I'm seeing right now is everything you buy, you have to pay. And especially if it's on the secondary market, it's hella expensive. So what are your all's thoughts with this whole NFT gaming? I'm interested to see what you guys think.
Well, I'm with you. So 2 things. The reason why I do like Alchemon is because it's a easier entry or lower entry price. And I do have the nervousness when algo doubles, triples go back to like $2, $2.50. That 5 algos is going to be more like, $17 to get in, right?
Yeah.
So that is something that is interesting. But on the back end of that, every week I receive Alchemy for holding them in my wallet. So then what I do is take the then I go to their website and I buy like upgrades, other NFTs with the money I'm already making. So I'm kind of reinvesting. I like that. Avatars do it too, but if you implementing ways for us to get the money back and recycle it, that makes sense. I interviewed Cosmic Champs a few months ago, and they have a two-pronged approach. Is that expensive NFT game like you just described, but at the same time they want to help onboard, so they're having a version of their game that requires no NFTs. So I think that was a smart idea to be like, okay, we're going to offer this for the people who want it, But at the same time, if you don't quite understand, we still want you to play this game and get an introduction. So I think that's a great idea. Otherwise, I agree with you, David. The pricing and just kind of making too much money off of these game assets may become a problem, because I'm thinking like this: my nephew needs to be able to play these games just as easy as I am, and without worrying about money like that. And
Right.
that's how I'm seeing.
And you still have to even think that like they're not totally, it's not like these games are totally decentralized and autonomous. Like if Clifford, the creator of Alchemon, just decided, you know what, I'm done, I don't want to do this anymore, all the money you've spent on these NFTs, which could be expensive ones if you bought the epic and legendary, or even if it's just basic ones, then what? I mean, yeah, maybe you could say, well, at least I own them and then I could sell them on the marketplace, but would the demand really be there? So I just fear that there's too much. I don't know, maybe Axie Infinity just kind of made the space feel like it was more advanced and further along than it should have been. But I
Probably.
feel like there's still so much growth that has to happen. And I feel like while streaming, I want to be able to incorporate a lot of the Algorand games that are coming, but I do worry that is it still, are people really getting excited about these games because of the game or because of the gains and thinking like, oh, I can buy these NFT cards early, or maybe I know the creator and I get them for free, and then a year from now when the game's big and hype, I can sell it and make huge amount of money. I just that's not gaming to me. I mean, and that's my honest opinion. I would rather Web 2 gaming and play League of Legends than Web 3 just to fill someone's pockets on the secondary market.
Well, one more comment, JT, before you go. Just one thing. I noticed that with these like NF domains, right? What we're kind of doing with blockchain, we're making finances social media, and I think that's kind of crazy. Though we can have multiple wallets, multiple domains, and things of that nature, but it's definitely coming that way. And that's just a thought I have thinking about gaming as well, where it's becoming crazy. But go ahead, JT.
No, I mean, I mostly agree. I'm not a big gamer, so I don't have too much to add into that field of it. But it's honestly kind of the same way I feel about a lot of things in the space. It's just like everything's becoming commodified, um, which is fine to a degree. But like, I feel like to some extent, games are supposed to be games, and there's a lot of what's happening that's trying to turn them into investment products, which is just is very strange. I don't know how it will work. I don't know if it will work. I do have similar concerns that you have, because there have been some interesting games where it just seems like the entry cost to get into them is just too much. Like sometimes, even when I used to play games on Xbox, it's like sometimes a $60 game is just like, I don't even want to pay that much. So it's like, it's one of those things that it'll be really interesting to see how it evolves, because I completely agree with the concept of, having in-game items that you actually own, and like, turning the system into one of more ownership, because I think that is actually a big deal, and I think that's a noble cause. But I do agree with the concerns that I mean, I also have faith that there's a lot of innovation in the space, and someone's going to figure it out. So in a year or two, we'll look silly having these concerns anyway, probably. But yeah, the way it stands right now, I would ultimately agree with you, David.
Yeah, it's like they need the free version, like what Cosmic Champ's doing, and then the paid version is the NFT version, where you can make those flips, do all the things that we're trying to do, be decentralized. But for the people who don't want to pay or afford, I would say just have the version to let them play regardless, just for entertainment, because it's all about entertainment at the end of the day. We're making it.
Games are supposed to be fun, and if your game is only drawing users in because of the prospect of making money on products in the game, and it's not actually bringing users in because the game's fun, it's likely not sustainable. If there's a healthy mix of both, and the game is fantastic, and it also mixes in all these different attributes where you can own different items in the game, then that's awesome. But if it's basically just people coming in because they think they can make money on it, it's going to be unsustainable, in my opinion.
I mean, look at Fortnite and like Fall Guys. Those are two games that I've played before Minecraft even. I mean, obviously you do have to pay for Minecraft, but Fortnite and Fall Guys are two free games, right? Anyone can play it. The barrier to entry is nothing, except you just got to have a PlayStation, Xbox, or a PC to play it on. And yes, you can buy downloadable content in the game to, if for Fortnite's case, to upgrade your player, for Fall Guys' case, to upgrade the looks of your player. It doesn't give you an advantage in the game, but it's just a way to symbolize and customize yourself. That's a way where, I could see NFTs being a way to improve upon a game and make it feel more, fun and more, I guess, you can customize it more and make it more yourself and more unique.
Like
But yeah,
avatars and stuff.
exactly. But like as far as because that's what we were excited about the metaverse, right? Being
Maybe
able to
in-game
create your
music,
own.
NFTs like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
But like what you're seeing, I think, is like kind of what JT said. Everything is becoming an investment. Everything's becoming a speculative thing instead of being what it should be, which is the game comes first. And then as the game grows, then you make money, right? As the network grows and it's actually worth something. Right now, there's just so many things that are just, sadly, they're making a lot of money off of the players, but really what value, what money is being made by the players, I guess would be the answer. Yes, you may be earning some money by staking and stuff, but I mean, we've seen right now staking is just dilution. So if you're not selling it into something that's not going to be diving with the market or running with the market, like it's kind of hard to really consider that as a reward or value.
Although it depends, I mean, I don't know enough about each individual project that's out there, but it certainly does depend on what the reward is in staking. If it's just like a native token, then yeah, it's likely inflationary. But if you're being paid out in, say, like Algo or USDC, or a game's using in-game profits to purchase USDC or Algo and then reward holders that way and do the staking rewards that way, then that's actually a fantastic idea. And it's not adding to any dilution because that's already coins that are out there in the market, which would be really interesting. But yeah,
Right.
a lot of staking really is just inflationary.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I get it. It's a way to reward people though, because honestly, yeah,
Absolutely.
my
Yeah.
little coins that I do receive actually make me happy and excited every week. Though
Yeah,
it's
and
not much.
there's nothing really wrong with things that are inflationary, especially in the short term, because most things on Algo have max supply caps anyway. So you'll eventually reach that point. But the only issue is if the inflation rate outpaces the demand rate. So if you have less demand than you have inflation, then you're going to see negative pressure on that token. It's likely going to go down. If demand keeps up with the inflation rate or even surpasses the rate of inflation in the token emissions, then you'll see the token go up. So it really depends on tokenomics for each individual project. We're not going to dive deep into any which one, but definitely just things to keep your eye out for.
Definitely, definitely. You know what?
All right.
Another thing I wanted to talk about was I said it in the DM, but like safety and security out here.
Yeah.
What's that new platform? If you want to kind of segue into that futures platform,
All right,
was
I
it?
don't want to throw people under the bus too much,
We're
but
not gonna throw 'em under the bus. We don't even have to name them then, but there's platforms out there that
yeah.
may or may not be audited.
Yeah, I mean, no matter what platform you're using, just make sure that there are reputable audits out there before you connect your wallet. If there's an app that's live on mainnet, I mean, testnet maybe is fine, although I'm still kind of unsure on that. But if there's an app that's live on mainnet, I wouldn't go using it too much, at least with your main wallet, until security audits come out. I mean, I understand in this space, especially security audits are actually really hard to get. Everyone's backlogged by weeks, sometimes months.
Yep.
They're extremely expensive because there aren't many auditors in space. And some apps actually have a hard time getting the funding they need for like $100,000 audit. They're extremely expensive because of the lack of competition. So I understand that there's going to be delays and some things are slower on that end than you'd like. But just for the safety of your wallet, if you see any apps that you're excited about that don't have audits out yet, find out when the audit will come out, and maybe use it with a test wallet if you want to use it. A wallet that has like a small amount of algo in it, maybe 5% of your bag or something that's not significant in case there is something wrong with the application that you're connecting to, and go from there. Just always use best caution when logging into any app.
And I'll say this: if you do have some doubt, like literally, go to Twitter if you're on Twitter and retweet and ask question. Hey, what y'all know about this app? And I
Yep.
guarantee you that a lot of people are going to have some things to say to kind of keep you informed. And as always, go back and try to do the research. Can you find a founder on LinkedIn? Can you find them associated with other things? Hop in their Discord, things of that nature. And then another point I want to make is like I got people to a lot of Instagram people. They write about different things. They're not as
Yeah.
informed about crypto as Twitter people. So I wanted to say about wallets. I didn't bring my Ledger, but I use a Ledger Nano X, and you can. Oh, JT got one. Yep. Thank you. So make sure if you do get one of these Ledger Nano X, it can hold all the ISO 2202 tokens. Basically, all the main tokens, other than like Algorand ASAs. I know you can get Headline on there now, if I'm correct. But get you a ledger only from the website, ledger.com. Make sure it's official, has the stickers, wrappers on there, and has never been turned on and uploaded. So do that. And if you want to connect it to your wallet.myalgo, feel free to do that as well. It's another way to tap in with governance and things of that nature. But that's my whole point. Make sure that you guys are protecting your private keys as well. Treat it like your social security card. And I know all y'all folks on Twitter already know this, but it's just a repeat to remind us to keep to the fundamentals of this game, not your keys, not your crypto.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a good point too. I mean, treat it like your social security number. I mean, for those in other parts of the world, I'd imagine you have some sort of identification that's just as precious that you want to keep safe, that you don't carry with you all the time. Treat it the same way. Don't carry around your private keys. Don't carry around your hardware devices if that's the path you choose. But certainly, keep everything safe. If you write down your private keys on a piece of paper and keep it in either like a locked filing cabinet or a safety deposit box at a bank, I wouldn't save any keys to the internet. Don't even print out your keys on a Wi-Fi printer, because that data actually gets stored by the printer and somebody could hack into that. So don't even just write down your keys and save that piece of paper. It's really the best access, best way to do it. In reality, maybe even write it down on two papers and keep them in two separate places. Because if you have one paper in your filing cabinet in your house and your house burns down, well, it would be sweet if you had another piece of paper with the same code at the local bank in a safety deposit box. So certainly things to keep in mind.
That's what Vitalik does with his MetaMask wallet. He got like his mama got half a code, and then let's say his sister got the other half. So if you got to rob him, you got to get for his mom, his sister on two sides.
That worries me though. I'm sure he has it figured out.
That's what
I'm sure he has it figured out. But like, what happens if God forbid his family passes away? That's holding it. You know what I mean? I'm sure he has I'm sure he's got a good plan. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, safety deposit box is really a great way to do it, because of course you think things are safe in your house, and they probably are for your life. But every now and then, maybe 1% of us might have some tragic event, and the house burns down. So you want to make sure you keep those keys somewhere outside of your home as well, but somewhere safe, like a safety deposit box.
And right now,
house, if you got grandma,
or a relative's house or something. Yeah.
Because I would say, most of our friends and stuff, they're not going to be breaking in our house trying to steal our algo because they have no idea what algo is, right? but if algo moons and it becomes what, in the public eye, what Bitcoin is, well, then you get a target on your back, because then everybody's going to be like, you know what? David, he kept saying he had tons of that stuff. I'm going to go find out where he's got his crypto at, and I'm going to take it from him.
And then he just looks up crypto4change.algo, sees how much you have, and goes, all right, let's find this guy. I've heard him mention he lives in Florida. Let's see.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So yeah, be chill, y'all. And also, what I learned too, we was talking about this in the DM. Get a PO box, and this is for the entrepreneurs out there in case someone want to mail you some shit. Get a PO box.
Absolutely. No, that's a good tip from C. Will that honestly the other two of us are slacking on. He's got that one, but I've got things from the community that people want to send me, and I'm like, I don't really want to give my addresses yet, so I do have to get myself a PO box for sure. But yeah, I think this is $30 a month.
They're pretty cheap.
This is a solid lesson in security. I hope nobody falls prey to any scammers out there, because they are prolific. So you really want to do your due diligence. Whether it be, yeah, go for it.
I got scammed about 2 years ago. So someone that was putting me on the crypto in terms of crypto.com, right? So it had nothing to do with that app. So I'm like, cool, we trying to get some yields. And then they was like, hey, there's another platform. And I can't remember the name, but it was like a foreign site. So it was looking good, but I realized they was like, oh, you need a VPN because the US can't get there. And I looked them up, they were registered in like Australia or something like that. But what happened was I didn't know about smart contracts. So I sent my money there as a custody type of situation. You send it to their wallet, they hold it, and you can farm and earn on it. But what they kept doing was increasing the farm, therefore attracting us to put more money into it, and then rug pull. It was gone. Yeah. It was off the internet. So one, I learned if you need a VPN, you should be really cautious if your regular internet doesn't, use it. And then two, if it's not smart contract based, that you got to sign with your own wallet, definitely be cautious. Those are just some lessons I learned. So when I use platforms like AlgoFi and things of that nature, it makes me feel really comfortable because I know I'm just connecting to a smart contract. But if I use a centralized situation, definitely the KYC makes me feel comfortable because they have the fraud, the money laundering things set in place where they're also low-key protecting me as well. So just some more pointers that I learned over the years.
Absolutely. I mean, it can happen to anybody. It really can happen. You might think that you're not going to fall for a scam, and then it might be a really, really great looking phishing site from, a Twitter page that just copied somebody's image and looks like somebody you talk to all the time. And all of a sudden you get a DM and you think it's a totally reasonable DM and you click on the link.
One more.
Okay, well, we
I
got
got
one more.
scammed
Let's do it.
in the giveaway too. So be careful too, because I do a
I
lot of
kind of did
giveaways.
too, actually. I got a funny one. You go first.
Someone literally, like, shout out to Algo Learner, he like won or whatever. Is somebody literally copied his page word for word, picture for picture, and I wasn't like paying attention too much. And I was, oh, y'all know him. He won, and I'm like, boom, sent it. Thanks, fam. And then I look back, and Algo Learner hit me like, hey, yeah, bro, I won, and I'm like, oh shit, it was 2 accounts. So Twitter got hella scammers right now.
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah. That's 100% true. That actually happened to me as well. I did a giveaway. The last giveaway I did, actually, I think I stopped doing them on my Twitter after that. That's actually the issue when you announce the winner before hitting them up directly, because I announced the winner. Somebody on the internet saw it, copied that winner's page and the name as closely as they could, hit me up, and they're like, yo, I won. I sent them their winnings, and next thing I know, I was talking to the real person, and they were like, all right, you didn't send me anything. I was like, damn, dude, they got me. So yeah, be careful out there.
These theories right here.
It's wild. People working really hard to take other people's money. I bet if they just worked this hard, they could just go make their own money. It's wild. I don't know.
Man, it made me think of Aniron again, like the most giant rug pull. But yeah, man, you can make $1 million if you were just be honest.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, people scam, and like you'll scam like once or twice or whatever, and that's it. You'll get short-term money, but you could build something and make long-term money, build something that lasts, be making money for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and not just like a year, until you get caught scamming. I don't know.
Yeah. David, you got any scam stories?
I mean, I'll say the only one I got suckered into was Yield. No, I'm kidding. Anoran. I fell for, obviously I wasn't in that one, but the funniest thing with that one was like literally, like, I think I even told you guys like off screen, like I was that morning when they said like they had a live like demonstration scheduled for like 2 p.m. Like, not even joking, at like 1:30, I was staring at my computer, like contemplating selling, because I was already up double. Like, I could have sold double my algo, been out. My wife even told me I should have sold that morning. Should have listened to her. Mark Yesko was telling us,
I was about to say, you remember that Mark conversation we had?
Yeah. And literally in my head, as I'm staring at the chart on Tiny Charts or whatever, I was like, man, what would this look like if this just went a big red line down? And then I literally looked over to join the Discord group where you get to like watch them and what they were doing. Literally right when I clicked it, me and some other guy jumped in. We were the first 2 to jump in. And then all of a sudden I was kicked out, and I was like, that's weird. And then I looked, I thought it was just a glitch. I couldn't see the Discord. I went to Twitter. It said something went wrong. It doesn't exist. Then I looked at the chart, and it was all red bar straight down. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was so sinking close to doubling and just pulling out. And that was stupid.
Damn. I remember that.
David,
So
David was right here. David was right here.
Literally. But I bought
and then he was right here.
I was down there. I was like literally jaw dropped. The feeling in my stomach
absolutely
was the worst. Like, it wasn't even a lot of algo that I lost, but like, and I know that a lot of the community did a great job helping some people get some stuff back. I just chalked it up as a loss. I didn't try to get any of mine back. But the feeling in my stomach, like, that left me like. And since that point, I have not connected my wallet to almost anything outside of the things I trust, which is AlgoFi. I've got it connected to Folks. I do use TinyMan at time to time, and things. I trust Zone and certain other apps that are being built. But yeah, these new things that are launching and coming out left and right, I don't mess with most of them. I mean, I was even nervous to even test out Alchemine, because that's downloading a game client onto my PC. But I did feel like after doing some research that it was a solid team, and I could trust what they had built. But like, there's a lot of risk out here, and I feel like as this bear market continues, especially if we see more downward pressure, like, and I'm talking like that big capitulation event, you were going to find out, like Stacy has said, like Sylvia, I don't know if Sylvia said it, but I know Stacy said it multiple times. You're going to find out who, when the tide goes out, who's wearing, who's got their swimsuit on and who's naked, right? And I feel like if that happens, you're going to see a lot of these things that had good intentions to build and to bring a product to the Algo fam find out they're insolvent, they don't have no money, they can't last it, and they are going to rug pull people left and right. And that is the kind of stuff, it's a cascade effect, right? The market starts to hit, everybody starts to get, have to show that they got money. They don't have money because they didn't use it wisely. And even if they had good intentions, now they just have to leave. And then you're left holding a bag of useless, either NFTs, crypto, whatever it may be. So I don't know. That's why I've gotten pretty, select in what I invested in. I'm invested in 3 projects really that I think have a long-term runway, which is Algorand, XET, and DeFi. I have some Zone, but outside of those, like, I don't really mess with much. That's just me.
Yeah.
And Algorand's my biggest bag compared to any of them.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think this was all a good lesson in what to do and what not to do towards the end of this video. I do want to circle back real quick and just give another shout out to our contest winner right here. We got Shane Art. Go give them a follower. Go give them a follow on Twitter at keeper_shaggy. Definitely run that page up. They did fantastic work, and congrats again.
Also, JT, if you want to, go ahead and throw out a tweet as well, just for the the Zone giveaway. Like I say, right now, guys, if you're in the chat right now and you're watching, all you got to do is go to your Paralgo wallet, go to zone.testnet, or let me make sure I got it right, testnet.zone.game, and you can play the Hoopstar game. And if you get a score of 200 or more, all you got to do is take a screenshot, post that on Twitter, tag the next block 3, our new Twitter, and you will win 100 algo. First one to do it wins, guys. So don't miss out on a free 100 algo. It's probably the easiest money you can make today.
Facts.
Absolutely. I'll send out a tweet soon. And I will say only 6 of you from the live chat have gone and subscribed to this channel. Let's get 4 more of you to go over there and do that if you could. And let's give another shout out to my homie TerraVault, who's helping us out with some NFT giveaways. Let's go run up his page as well. And as David said, we've got that Zone giveaway. So there's a lot to do. Go subscribe to that YouTube page. Go follow us on Twitter, and go follow Shane Art and TerraVault on Twitter as well, and get these win this Zone game as well. You got to play this Hoopstar game, which is right now in the top left corner, but it does sometimes move around. Just got to look for it. I feel like that's just about wraps it up. Anything else we want to add to this conversation, fellas?
I just want to throw out real quick self shill right now. I am obviously on my channel, so I've been looking and trying to think about ways in which I can connect with the Algo fam more. We have tons of people in the Algorand community, especially JT, C-Will, Algo HQ, Cooper Daniels, Crypto Nerd. We're all creating amazing content, and there's other guys that like Adam Bergman and other YouTubers that are creating content. And they're making videos about, updates and stuff like that. I've decided to start switching some of my content. I'm still going to produce, updates here and there. I might end up doing like a weekly thing as time goes on, but I'm starting to stream, right? So I want to start streaming some of the games. Like I said, some in Algorand, like Alchemon, possible Fractal Monsters coming down the road, and others. But I'm also going to be streaming stuff like League of Legends, Fall Guys. I'm going to wrap JT and C-Will and Cooper Daniels and some of these guys in on some streams as well. But I'd love to have your all support. This is something I've always wanted to do. So I tested the stream on Monday. Everything was going pretty well. I may have to upgrade my internet speed a little bit for something like League of Legends. It's just a game that takes a lot of memory and stuff while playing. But I would really appreciate you guys to come over and continue watching, my gaming channel. It's still my main channel. Like I said, I'm still going to be publishing regular content, but just that's going to be something additional. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and love to see you in the chat over there.
Most
Absolutely.
definitely.
And you made a mention of some great YouTubers, and that should remind us all that we actually have another episode of Algorand Roundtable coming up on Saturday. I believe it's this Saturday. So that should be pretty exciting. We'll have, us 3 here. We'll have Crypto Nerd. We'll have Cooper Daniels. It should be a good time. Some light, some fun. I'm sure we'll have some informative stuff to bring as well, but it'll just be a lighthearted episode. 5 guys getting together and having a good time.
Some highly speculative talk on Algorand will be happening. That's for sure.
Yep.
Just Algorand to 100 by November, because obviously FIFA. You heard it here first.
Heard it here first, folks. All right. I appreciate everyone that tuned into this video. If you haven't done so already, go like all of these videos, subscribe to all our channels, and subscribe to our new channel, because we will be only posting there going forward. Maybe next week, but maybe the week after. All of the videos will be only going live through the Next Block YouTube channel. So find us there. And if you want to support the channel further, you see this QR code on the bottom right of your screen. Again, this is a wallet controlled by all three of us, and any funds that we earn through these donations by our generous community will be used to, do whatever we need to grow our channels, whether it's software or editing software, or guests, or what have you, a new camera, new speakers, new microphone, whatever we might need to giveaways, anything we could, anything we might need to grow the channels and continue to bring you more and better content will be what we use those funds for. And we appreciate everyone that always sends. We get a couple donations every video, and we greatly appreciate every one of you.
Most definitely. Hey, and again, big shout out to everyone in the audience leaving comments. In Divide, Dennis, Y Shane, Adam, Deshaun, Goblin. There's so many people out here, so we really appreciate y'all. Keep tapping in, and we'll keep giving y'all that fire.
Absolutely. All right, guys, let's wrap it up.
All right, see you, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. See you later.